Hello everyone, today is the 22nd of March 2018 and this is Flosstube video like 28 or 29, I'm not really sure. So I just wanted to update you on what I've been stitching in the last few months from the end of the end of January to the end of March, well 3/4 through March. So I'm going to show you my finishes. So, whoops. In the last video, I was working on the sunflower fairy. Oops, she's upside down. Here she is, finished with the Valdani threads. That was pretty much my most of my month, 3/4 of my month of February, finishing that. I still have a lot of trouble with this week's dye work, so I'm not really sure what it is about week's dye works, but it's harder for me to stitch on for some reason. Another finish I had was, I did a, I don't know if you can see this or not. It's a Nordic stocking. I'm videoing on my Kindle and it's not very good resolution, so you might not be able to see it very well. But this is a Nordic stocking. And I have the felt on to do the back to make myself a real stocking, like an ornament stocking. Another thing I did was, Awesome Design Studio has a lot of different patterns to do, and it's on Etsy. And this pattern, I only wanted to do part of it. So here's my rabbit. I kind of cut him off here at the bottom. There's a lot of fractionals in these Awesome Design Studio patterns, so I was kind of over the fractionals and wanted to get moving on something else. This year it's my intention to focus on all the whips I've had, because I did a lot of starting in 2017 and I have a lot of whips that I haven't completed, so I want to try to complete the whips that I didn't complete last year. I did this little rabbit. It's from one of those kits you get in the World of Cross Stitch or the Cross Stitch Gold magazine. This is deceptively easy looking. This probably took me longer than a lot of my other projects because I kept getting off. Then I finished my fully finished. This is probably the only fully finished, besides my Coffee Quaker that I showed you in the last video. This is probably the only this is the only cross stitch I finished completely. And I put a little piece of yarn up here so I can put it on my Christmas tree next year. This is a Dimensions kit. It's a snow globe called, it's supposed to say Believe here, but I just wanted to put the year. And it's a snowman. I also found these different designs by Leslie Tier in one of the Cross Stitch Gold or Cross Stitch World of Cross Stitch magazines, and I really like this rooster, and I finished this one in February. A lot of these were finished in February, the smaller ones. Then at the end of February through the most of March, I was working on this. This is the Deer Sampler by Modern Folk Embroidery. They have a place on Etsy where you can download on-demand patterns, and this is from their Etsy store. So that's all my finishes. I've been working on a few different other patterns. I haven't been doing like last month and just focusing completely on one stitch. So this is one of the patterns I've been focusing on. This is Liberty Angel by, this is called the Angels Galore book by Leisure Arts. And I will show you what the picture is going to look like here. If I can see it here. I don't know if you can see it right here. It's kind of like my version of the Liberty Angel pattern, because I wouldn't be able to dream of actually finding that pattern, but this is an angel with a flag. So I've been working on that. That dress is very tedious. And I've been working on, let's see here, trying to find the original for you to look at. Here it is. I've been working on this. Life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. It's a Design Works kit. And here is how far I am. So I've been working a little bit on that this month, and on my Liberty Angel. I'm happy that I got so much of that angel done. I didn't really get too much done when I had worked on it last year. So also I've been working on variations on a theme. This is a pattern by Liz Almond from Blackwork Journey. I'm going to not do this bottom row of intricate stars thing around the edge here. I have a lot of those same kind of motifs in these little corners here, and they're very time consuming, so in the way to get this done faster, I'm going to take off that row right here around the edge, and I'll show you how far I am. Here's how far I am. I've just started these motifs in these corners, and I'm taking it off the other around the edge only because I get confused by the way the things go on. I'm doing this on 25 count over 2, and I know a lot of people don't like to do 25 count over 2, but I find it's easier to see, especially when you're doing something like this. So that's variations on a theme. So what am I doing for plans? My plans are to finish those 3 things, hopefully. The Liberty Angel, the Life doesn't have to be perfect stitch, and this variations on a theme. I'm trying to think if I have another one that's like a rabbits and cabbages I would like to finish during the springish season. That's another one that's kind of on my radar to finish that I started last year. I went out and I got enabled by this pattern that for this is in this book right here. There's this picture of this barn kept drawing my attention because I have it, sitting like this, and you can sort of see it when I'm stitching. And I went out and kitted it up. So I don't know if you guys ever use these, but I think I saw another Flosstuber use these. These are pencil cases you can get during school time. And they have a zipper. They have a clear front. You can see all the things that you're stitching, or that you have in here. I also have my, like, I've kitted it, like some of my other projects, like my London Lady. This is my threads for London Lady. This is a Joan Elliott. I think I might have worked a little bit on that during the time period. Let me get that. So here's the London Lady. Probably should put something behind this. I did a lot down by her shoes and up her legs, and was connecting her dress to the top part of the dress that I'd made. And I've been working on this, it's called the Star of Magi, and I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's, no, probably not. There's a lot of these specialty stitches. It has gray on, it has a light gray on this gray pattern. I don't know if you can see that. And because this is a hand-dyed fabric by Picture This Plus. I think it's called Dawn. I can't see the holes because you have to go in between the holes sometimes to do a lot of these weird stitches. And I'm getting off, so I can't figure out where I'm at. So I don't know if I'm going to finish this or not, because I almost want to use, I wish I would have used something like this, like where that I'm using on this one, the 25 count, because it's easier for me to see the in-between holes. So I may end up restarting this. I don't know. Kind of looks like that sled pattern, you know, where it repeats over and over in 4 parts. It's a Star of Magi. I think it's by Tempting Tangles. And that's pretty much my update. I don't really have too much life updates. I mean, a lot of working, which is why I cross stitch, because I work so much. I'm a graphic designer. I work at a newspaper in my hometown, and my paper owns a lot of other newspapers around our area, and so we are one production department that does a lot of different papers. So we've been really busy. February was what we call our Visions month, and that is one of the biggest sellers of the year, and we put out 5 or 6 different huge issues. And we've been shorthanded since since September of last year. And then recently one of our ladies discovered she had cancer, and so she's been out, and so that took one person out of our department to do that job, and so we've been a little shorthanded. So we're hoping that, you know, she'll come back soon, feeling a lot better, hopefully, you know, kicking this cancer in the butt. So that's pretty much my video. I don't really have anything exciting to say like a lot of other floss tubers have this whole spiel down. I could pull you a card for an oracle reading, just a real quick card if you would like. So I used to do oracle readings, and this is a deck called Return to Spirit by Cheryl Lee Harnish. You can get this on Amazon. So I'll pull you a card to see how your next month is going to go. What is their next month going to be like? What's the best thing that they can know about the next month? Here we go. Oh, right. So this is telling you to write in a notebook, journal, write a story, do some kind of writing that you've been wanting to write something down that you've not been doing that. It has like a description in the book what it says. You can tell I haven't done this in a while. So it says, there's an expression in English about words being printed in black and white. By drawing this card, Spirit is affirming to you that you need to get your words written down on paper. Is there something you have thought about writing? Could it be poetry, children's book, a song, a letter, a website, a channeled message, a book, or even a speech? Whatever it may be, the energy of putting your thoughts, ideas, and information into a tangible form of manifestation is here. Do not put it off any longer. So it's time to write something down. Something that you've been thinking about, that you've been meaning to write down. And then you look at this card and you decide, this is like a fractal image. And you decide, what do you think that looks like to you? And that's the message. So that's my reading, my short little 1-card reading, and that's my video. I hope you have a wonderful stitchy week and stitchy month, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.